What's going on, everybody? I am in Clarksville, Indiana today for another mom and pop stop here at Glorious Games and Goods. This is a brand new shop that's about to have its grand opening this Saturday, and we're gonna go inside and take a look. I'm going to interview one of the owners of the shop, Patrick, and so let's go ahead and come on in and join me as we go take a look at another mom and pop stop. All right, let's go ahead and head inside of Glorious Games and Goods. And here we are. So, from what I know, this used to be an old karate dojo, from what my buddy Eric told me about. And as soon as you walk in, you have a nice little counter here on the right. And on the left, we got some board games. Let's take a look at some of these games here. They got Blood Bowl. They actually made this into a video game. There's Blood Bowl 2, I believe. It's on the Xbox, and I think it's also on the PlayStation for Xbox One. It's got some board games. And then over here, we have some action figures. And I love looking at action figures. They got some Masters of the Universe, Battle Cat there. And we got some Ninja Turtles. I actually used to have these when I was a kid. But these are obviously a reproduction from Playmates here. You've got Raphael, Leonardo, and I believe they have the other ones. All of them there. So we got some action figures here. And let's keep taking a look. You got some Warhammer stuff here for those of you that play those type of games. I've actually never played one of those kind of games before, but they've always looked cool when I've watched people play them at Gen Con and places like that. Keep moving here. Let's see what else we got here. We got some, ooh, I like these. Got some awesome little figures here. X-Men, some vintage toys, action figures. Some of this is reproduction, but some of these are old, of course. And then you've got a lot of pop figures. I am a huge, you should know this if you don't know already, I'm a huge pop figure collector. I love, love, love pop figures. And I really, really enjoy collecting pops. They've got a ton of them up here. They got some WWE ones. Some of these I already have too. And then if you come back here, we've got some more action figures on the wall here. Lots of old wrestling figures. I actually remember these. These are from Sunday Night Heat. That was a show they used to do, like in the Attitude Era, mid to late 90s, sorry, early 2000s. Got a old WWF Stone Cold Steve Austin figure. That's kind of cool. Oh, they got Golden Girls figures too. That's kind of neat. I'm a big Golden Girls fan, for those who don't know. I really like Golden Girls stuff. More pop figures as we're going around here. Let me know in the comments below if you see anything you like, if you kind of notice anything here in the shop that you would take home. I like that Geralt. I need to actually get that Geralt because I have the other game, pop game series. I have the Master Chief there. Let's keep going here. And it looks like we got some more D&D figures. These are all unpainted miniatures. Miniatures is the proper word. But lots of miniatures here for Dungeons and Dragons. And you've got some books, some campaigns, if you will, for Dungeons and Dragons. I haven't played Dungeons and Dragons in a long, long, long time. I don't think I've even played a 5th edition. But I want to stop here and I'm going to show you guys the rest of the store. So they have a lot of space for being able to play tabletop games. And I was talking with the owner before I started recording, and these games are kind of a dime. These stores are kind of a dime a dozen as it is. You don't really see too many of these stores. And when I go to one of these kind of shops, I love to see that they have lots of space for being able to play tabletop games and trading card games, etc. And they have quite a bit of tables here, you can see. Now, this shop is already open. They've been open for a minute, but they're having their grand opening this Saturday. I'm recording this on Thursday. And let's see, it is Thursday the 14th. So this Saturday the 16th is when they're going to have their grand opening. They've got some printed art over here, framed art. I like that Star Wars. That's really cool. Looks almost like kind of like a shadow box type deal. The Marvel one's cool looking too. Got some comics here. They do sell comics as well. Some more paint for the miniatures. And another table to do some activities on. And let's keep going over here. Let's see what else they got. Got some Gundam figures here for those who like to put those together and paint them, the models. I've always wanted to put together a model. They got some model kits here. Oh, they got Pikachu. That's cute. Little Pikachu model. Magikarp. And several others. There's an Eevee. Eevee's pretty popular. Eevee, I think, is one of the most popular Pokemon. Outside of Pikachu, of course. And probably Charizard, I would say. We got more here. Oh, look at that guy, Hello Kitty. What? In a Gundam? What? I've never seen that before. That's pretty cool. Hello Kitty looking kind of like Master Chief there, a little bit. It's pretty neat. And then they got some little bit of Legos. Some more little Lego sets here of Pokemon. And then we got some board games. Let me know if there's any board games you suggest in the comments below that I check out. Maybe we can check them out on our Twitch channel. Oh, they have a Dungeons & Dragons Monopoly. That's cool. I like that. That's pretty neat. Pandemic. That's a good game. I mean, all things considered, it's a pretty great game. Ooh, I love Firefly. I got a Firefly. I've never seen this before. Brigands and Browncoats. Cooperative game of thrilling heroics and shameless misbehaving. I love shameless misbehaving. Who doesn't love shameless misbehaving? Everybody does. We got more board games over here. Some more model kits to put together. You got Dragon Ball Z, Toy Story. I like the Batmobile. That's pretty cool. That's the Batman Forever Batmobile, yeah? Yeah, there it is. There it is on the corner. Batman Forever. There you go. Got a Power Rangers puzzle. They got a lot of things to do that require tabletops. This is perfect. So when you come in here, you can buy this stuff, right? And then you can come here and you can put it together because they've provided you the space. This is pretty great. Let's go. They got lots of drinks. Nice drink selection. You gotta have drinks, right? You can't just come in here and you gotta stay hydrated. Although I don't know, Bang doesn't really do as much of a good job as keeping you hydrated, but it's really good. But they do have water and other drinks as well. Got some snacks. They even got a microwave. We got some anime over here, some manga, some manga over here as well. Some more, got some graphic novels and books. Oh, they even have some video games. Okay, this is more my speed here. We got some Super Nintendo games, and we've got some. What do they got down here? Star Tropics is a great game. Gauntlet 2, DuckTales, let's go. Dragon Warrior 2, okay. And then we'll loop around. You got some comic book bags if you want to keep your comics protected. They got bins here, and then they've got some more graded comics that are, of course, going to be a little bit pricey, but, you know, for those who might want some old graded comics. That's they got some of that. Some more comics here. And then this is the main counter. You can see here, lots of stuff to look at. That. Lots of cards. You've got Dragon Ball Z cards here. Lots of Pokemon. I see some Magic the Gathering. Any good card shop has to have Pokemon and Magic the Gathering. That's just how that works. And they have that. Lots more Magic the Gathering. You can come get some booster packs, some starter packs. I'm sure they have plenty of those here as well. And then they have some apparel. And then lots more, more of the hard to find or expensive pop figures are behind the counter. And I have a couple of these. I have the Eddie Guerrero one down there. The artist Deadpool. You probably can't see it, but it's like right dead center of the screen. That one I have. And then more comics. So let's go ahead and talk to the owner, one of the owners of the shop, and we'll do an interview. All right, guys. So I am here with one of the owners, Patrick.
Yes.
And so you guys just got to see this amazing store. It's huge. You guys got a really great spot here in Clarksville. What made you decide to want to open up a game shop?
Well, honestly, it came down to a really miserable career.
Oh, okay.
I had a horrible job before I decided to do this, and I just kind of in the middle of the workday one day was just like, I don't want to do this anymore because I want to do what makes me happy. And
yes.
While I was making very good money, I was miserable. So the next day, I sort of, after that day, I talked to my girlfriend about it, and she agreed that what I was doing wasn't right for me. So I decided, literally on my drive to work the next day, I just pulled a Yui and went home, and we started filing the paperwork to open a shop.
Nice.
We started online about a year ago.
Okay.
And we ran the online thing for a while, and an opportunity came up to open a brick and mortar, so we jumped on it. And here we are, like I said, roughly about a year later.
Nice, nice. So I know you guys are having your grand opening this Saturday.
Yes.
The 16th?
The 16th of July, yes.
But how long has the shop itself been open? It's already open now. You guys,
yeah.
You can come out now.
Yes.
But come out Saturday. It's going to be.
We're
gonna have stuff for you guys to do. But how long has the actual store itself been open?
Okay, so we've been soft open now for about a month. I believe it was the 8th of June was our first doors open day.
Okay, all right.
And we've been running since then. And honestly, the show of support from people living in southern Indiana has been tremendous.
That's great.
You know, we haven't had our grand opening yet, and just the location helps, obviously.
Location is very, very, very important. Yeah,
but the amount of foot traffic has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, even just filming in here, you've had some pretty good flow.
Yeah.
While I've been in here filming, you've had some people coming in and stuff and checking the shop out. What are some things people can expect to see at the grand opening on Saturday?
At the grand opening, we are going to have some food available, outside food trucks. Yes, and one of the trucks is keto friendly if you're on a diet, and it's extremely good food. And apart from the offerings outside, we're going to have some DMs come in to run some games of 5th edition D&D.
There you go.
We have one starting at noon right when we open, and then we have another one starting at 5. So if you play D&D and you want to hop in on a one-shot with an experienced DM, we have multiple games going that day. And apart from that, we are going to be raffling off about 20 items-ish. Everyone who walks through the door gets a raffle ticket. And after the event is over, we will start drawing tickets and announcing winners online. and people can come get their prizes whenever they want.
Do they have to be present to win?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No. They said we're going to announce online, and just come out and get it whenever.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Now, as far as you guys have a lot of space here to run games. Now, I live in Southern Indiana. I don't live here in Clarksville. I live in another town here. There really isn't another spot like this that has this many tables. Now, there are game shops here. Don't get me wrong. I support all. That's why we do this series. We support our local businesses or local mom and pop stores and things like that.
Yes.
But as far as Southern Indiana goes, I know you and I talked about Louisville a lot.
Yes.
And Louisville is literally like a hop, skip, and a jump away from here. It's not even like a 10-minute drive across the bridge.
Right.
And Louisville does a really great job of having lots of mom and pop shops. They've got game stores, comic book shops, things like that, which we're going to get to those shops on this series later. But for Southern Indiana, you just don't see much of this, if at all.
No.
This much space, anyway.
Not quite.
To have tabletop games and run Magic tournaments and Pokemon tournaments and things like that.
Right. Until...
Was that something that was important to you?
Yes.
In finding a location, was to make sure there was enough space to have
yes.
that sort of thing?
I myself live in Louisville, and I've lived there my entire life. And roughly 50% of that life was spent in comic and card shops.
Right.
And there's plenty of that over there. However,
yeah, there really is.
maybe a year ago, a shop called Big Four closed.
Yeah, the Big Four shop. I remember them. I never got a chance to go in there, but I remember them. Yeah.
And those guys, great bunch of guys.
Yeah.
Several of them have been in here already and spoke with us.
Nice.
They closed their doors, and once they closed, it left a huge vacuum in the market.
It really did.
They had tons of space, and they were a very comfortable, community-driven shop.
Yeah.
And seeing them close is what inspired me to put it here, because there is no place quite like us.
I was gonna ask you when we had Patrick and I had talked, obviously, before we started filming in here, and I was curious, like, you said you're from Louisville. I'm surprised you didn't just open up a shop there, but I kind of am not surprised because there's already a market for that. So because you would be kind of competing with several other shops and businesses and things like that. So the market, like you said, was just the floodgates basically opened for you to put a shop here. Was that your initial location, was to be here, or had you already thought about being Louisville?
I had. There's a small, very small town just south of Louisville called Shepherdsville. I had loosely, in the beginning, considered putting one there because there's nothing quite like that. But again, 20-minute drive north, and you've got all the shops in Louisville.
Right.
And once I'd heard the news that Big Four was closing, I thought, there's not a better location anywhere in this area than Southern Indiana.
Yeah, for sure. Was this your first choice, or had you already, like, because I'm looking, and I'm kind of business minded myself,
right?
And I've worked in retail I had worked in retail prior to doing this for a long time, so like, you don't see a lot of big spaces like this. Over here. So
we had initially, before we discovered this place, we had initially considered a spot not even 300 yards
further
to the west.
Okay, yeah.
And we looked at that spot, and it was almost as large as this location, but it was a little off the beaten path, and we wanted somewhere that we would be seen.
For sure.
And discovered easily.
Right.
So once we found this location, we jumped on it. And we pushed really hard for this spot. Just because, 3,000 square feet, that's a lot of space for tables and chairs.
Yeah.
We're pretty conservative. I honestly believe we could fit probably 6 more tables in here.
You probably could with...
Everything's pretty spaced out now. But and space was one of my primary concerns, because we don't just want to be a place where people go to buy things. We want to be a place where people gather.
Yes.
Community is a very big part of the reason we chose this spot.
For sure.
We want this to be the regular Friday night hangout for people.
Absolutely, yeah.
Another reason we provided snacks and drinks, and if someone wanted to like order a pizza or something, we're totally cool with that.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's great.
So we want people to come here and spend a lot of time.
That's good. And my thing too is, I'll tell you guys watching at home, my experience, I do play a lot of tabletop games, or not as much as I used to, but I want to get back into it. And not everybody has a big home to do that in. I know I don't have. I certainly don't have this much space in my house to do that. So I will say that with as many card shops I've been to and things like that, you can kind of tell the difference. And if you're one of those shops that do this, this isn't like a judgment or anything against you, but sometimes they put this stuff in their back room, and in a lot of places you don't know that they have tables to play in. So what I really like about your shop is you've made literally the center of the store about gathering and playing games, and then the business aspect that is surrounded that. So I like that it's not like I come in and I don't know, and then you have to tell me, oh, by the way, if you go in the back, we have all this other space. So you've really incorporated that into your shop, and I absolutely love that about this place.
Yeah, for sure. One of the big sort of, I guess, sticking points for me was that I wanted people driving past to be able to look into the shop and see, oh man, the tables are full. People are in there playing. People are spending time.
Yep.
I didn't want people to feel hidden away in the back. We are very into celebrating nerds and nerd culture.
That's right.
We didn't want to hide people away. We wanted that front and center.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Don't sweep the nerds under the rug.
No, absolutely not.
No. And that's kind of what I was getting at earlier. Was that's kind of how it feels sometimes when you go in, like, there's those places, and I'm not going to name them, but I've been to them. You've probably been to those kind of places too, where it's like they really just want you to buy stuff, and they don't really want you to play. But they have the space to play, but it's not as prominent or kind of front and center like yours.
It's not encouraged.
It's not encouraged. There you go. That's what I was looking for. So real quick for the folks at home, how long is the grand opening going to be? It's from noon till when?
It's from noon until 10 p.m.
Okay,
so 10 hours.
10. All right. And are your shop hours the same now as they will be after your grand opening?
There may be some slight tweaks in the future. As of right now, we have reduced hours on Sundays, and we are closed on Mondays. However, we do hope in the future to hire help, so that we can be open 7 days a week and have full hours on Sundays. Because I've had people approach me saying, Sunday's my one-off day. It'd be nice if I could come play late.
Sure.
We absolutely want to accommodate that, but obviously there's only so many of us, and there's only so many hours that we can work. We got to be home sometime. But there may be changes in the future, but as of right now, we're looking at Tuesday through Thursday.
Okay.
Noon until 8.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yep. And then
all right.
Friday and Saturday, we're noon until 10. And then on Sunday, we are noon until 4.
Perfect. All right. Fantastic. So I'm going to leave in the comments, or I'm sorry, in the description below, link to you guys' website, because they do, like you said, they had a website first, so they have a lot of stuff that you guys can purchase on there. Most of the stuff in the store you can probably purchase on their website, and I will also leave a link to the Facebook page. You guys have a Facebook page, right?
Absolutely.
And then we'll put the hours and everything somewhere down there in the description below, so you guys can hit them up. You guys definitely should come out here to Clarksville, Indiana, and check out Glorious Games and Goods, and come pay them a visit, play some games. They got running out of space. They got plenty of it here, and you can chat with fine folks like Patrick here that own the shop, and they will help you guide you through your nerd journey in the shop. So thank you, Patrick. I do appreciate you for letting us come in here.
No problem.
And I'll see you guys on the next Mom Pops Out.